Hi Vishnu, you asked me a great question today. You asked me, why do I think ethics is the most important problem for productivity today? And that's what I tell everybody in my ethics classes, that ethics is going to be the most important course that you're going to do because that is going to have the most impact on your productivity on a regular basis. Why do I think so? Let me explain. Have you ever felt paralyzed with anxiety when you have an important decision to make or an important presentation to make? You feel paralyzed by anxiety. And believe me, you're not the only one. This is a universal thing. Now, most people focus on reducing anxiety, not wondering where is this anxiety coming from. The real source of that anxiety is because you're not sure of what you want to do. You're not sure of the right action to take. Do I choose this or that? And how do I know? Unless I know the end result, unless I know whether people are going to buy it or unless whatever. So how do I know that? The fact is that you don't, that you can't know that in advance. So how do you make your decisions? You make your decisions based on your own values. What is it that you value in life? So whenever you talk about values in any ethics class, they go back to Aristotle, Plato, Greece, if not to Sanskrit, to some Vedas or something. And it gives you the feeling that values are not connected with your day-to-day life. Values is something that belongs in a church. That's not true. Values are that which makes you value one thing over another thing. What makes you choose coffee over tea? You go to a shop and say, I'd like a cup of coffee. And they said, sir, our coffee is expensive. The tea is $5, the coffee is $12. That's an extra, what, 7 rupees? And you say, that's fine. What made you choose that coffee over the tea? What made you willing to pay the extra money? That is what your values are. And if you understand your own inner values, then choices become easy. And therefore, the anxiety is also not so bad because you know you've done everything you can to make the right choice at the given time. So, productivity problem is not about anxiety as many people would make you think. It's about knowing what is the right thing to choose. And that's exactly what ethics is all about. Most people think that ethics is about, oh, you shouldn't cheat, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't. It's about the shouldn'ts. But it's more about what you should be doing. So in Sanskrit, we call it the yama and the niyama. Both are important. The do's and the don'ts are both important. And to understand that, you have to understand your own values. As you go along in life, you make these choices being aware of your values. And values are, as I often say, values are like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So, learn to use your values in small choices. And you do anyway. You just have to be aware of it, mindful about it, how you choose one thing over the other. And you will get stronger and stronger in using these values and you will become more grounded person. So in short, ethics is about understanding yourself. It's about understanding what is right and what is wrong in my world. It's about making choices. It's about dealing with anxiety. And it's possible to live a life where you are grounded. Where whenever you're presented with choices, you know what you want. How do you know? Somebody asks me, how do you know whether I'm making the right choice or the wrong choice? How do I know whether I'm in tune with the kind of things that I want to do? When I'm in tune with my values? I have an answer to that also. Is this choice, does it sound like fun to you? Right? So it's not about doing the right thing according to some book. It's not about doing the right thing according to what your teachers or your parents tell you. Is it fun? When you're doing something and it's not fun, then it's not grounded in your values. It may be grounded in anything else, but not grounded in your values. And the last thing I want to say is that fun is not the same as comfort. It's not to say that when I'm not feeling worried or pushed or something, I'm in my comfort zone and that's the thing to do. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Comfort zones are not the point. The point is to have fun. You may be jumping off a cliff with a rubber band tied to your leg. You may be climbing a mountain. You may be doing anything. You may be taking a leadership role. You may be working in a charity. You may be running a company. It doesn't matter. What matters is it fun to you? Does it connect you? Is it fun? So most people hear about find a job that's your passion and people say, look, I don't even know what my passion is. But here's the thing. Live a life based on values. Discover who you are and then live a life according to that. Take the stress, take the strain to do the fun things that you want to do. And then it will lead you to a more centered life, more stress-free life, and less conflicts in life. So, as I said before, the most important factor for productivity is ethics. And most people miss the point entirely. If you behave in an ethical way, if you make your choices based on your own ethics, you have less anxiety, you have much better productivity and peace of mind. I hope that answers your question.